The story of a flower is often told through those who admire its vibrant colors, captivating fragrance, and breathtaking beauty in full bloom. But beyond these flourishing blossoms lies a deeper narrative, one of dedication to preserving the environment, uplifting communities, and cultivating a sustainable future.
Sustainability today is about how ethical organizations are and collectively as a sector in looking at the elements of production, environmental sustainability, agronomic factors, and also how we relate them with workers and the communities where we work, and also governance.
As a global leader in floriculture, Kenya exports over 1 billion vibrant stems each year, brightening homes and hearts worldwide. To ensure that flower growers prioritize sustainability, the Kenya Flower Council (KFC) established comprehensive flowers and ornamental sustainability standard FORCE, popularly known as KFC Silver, an essential blueprint guiding the entire industry towards responsible and sustainable practices.
The standard we have is an international standard. We implement it locally, but it is international. And there's only 2 standards in the world actually that corresponds to all the 3 elements of social, environment, and GAP in the FSI basket of standards, and Kenya Flower Council Silver Standard is one of them. When you do Kenya Flower Council certification, you don't need any other because you're provided with everything that is needed for you to attain the market.
Kenya Flower Council for us is one of the most important partners that we have because they represent many of the growers that are here in Kenya, also Dutch growers. And through the Kenya Flower Council we can really support sustainability, and for us that's an efficient way but also an impactful way to get the growers together and to work together towards more sustainable solutions for the flower sector.
The European market has been one of the predominant largest buyers of Kenyan flowers, hence the push for safety and traceability. If not streamlined, the market share will be at risk from other emerging growers.
Growers need to meet at least 3 benchmarks. The first one is the legal benchmark, that growers need to be licensed to export. At minimum, they need to be Global GAP certified, this against the good agricultural practices, or they can be certified against the KL 1758 standard, which is the horticultural industry code of practice. They need to be members of a professional industry organization, and this is important for industry-owned regulation. The third benchmark is the market requirements. It could be what the buyers are demanding that producers comply with.
The Kenya Flower Council conducts rigorous audits to cross-check that farms meet strict sustainability criteria. They have also introduced sustainability awards to recognize organizations that excel in sustainable practices.
The first pillar is the good agricultural practices, the environmental pillar, and the third pillar is the social pillar that looks at worker welfare, health and safety, and the living wages.
We have a committee that looks at this standard every day to ensure that it's as competitive as possible and it measures to the very best in the world.
To understand what sustainability looks like, we visit 3 farms that won the KFC Pinnacle Floriculture Awards. Our first step is Timoflo Farm, situated just above the equator in Timau, Meru County. Timoflo Farm's social impact initiatives have contributed to improving the lives of local people and their communities.
18 years ago we started with a small farm with 15 hectares. Over the last 18 years we have grown. We have now 160 hectares of cut roses, which we all ship to the auction in the Netherlands. Overall we employ 2,200 people. Like 80% is from the local community.
Before I joined Timoflo, I was doing cashier job, and after I joined Timoflo, I have grown to a supervisor.
I could search for a job to make and to earn a living. I joined Timoflo in the year 2022. When the school funding program, that was scholarship, I was considered as one of them. As I continue still studying, I'm getting that privilege to be working here. Timoflo has offered this chance to me to do my studies and become the person I wish to be and making my dreams coming true.
During that time, even the population of the school was very minimal. Actually, there were around 345 pupils in the school. But once the school became so beautiful after initiative of the TIMA, the population grew. As we are speaking now, we are at a population of 987.
We have embarked mostly on education and health For health, we have started with Timao Hospital. We constructed casualty department that was worth like 10 million, and we are in the process of equipping that facility. Timaflo came in and decided to feed the children around. So we have lunch programs for Timao Primary School, Bingwa Special School, Miamoja Primary School, Leaky Hill School, Our Lady of Visitation, and there's also a rehab center here which has quite a number of people that we feed from breakfast to dinner.
The future for floriculture, I believe, in Kenya is still very bright. It has grown very fast over the last 20 years, but that growth will continue. There will be more and more flower business moving from Europe, from America to Kenya, to Ethiopia. So for me it is very important to have educated people working in your farm.
Next, we head to Eldoret. Here, we visit Sosiani, a flower grower, whom, similar to what the county is known for, has worked hard to champion environmental stewardship by implementing innovative strategies and practices that effectively reduce, recycle, or repurpose organic waste, contributing to environmental sustainability and organically improving their crop health.
We try to operate as much as possible in harmony with nature, which helps already to boost the biodiversity what we have in the farm, and what is coming from even from the neighborhood. We all collect and we make organic fertilizer out of it via composting, and that has now contributed that we have healthier crops in the field. The birds which are living outside, we want them to also to live inside the greenhouse. The waste containers, we made them into bird nests. And the birds now eat the caterpillars, they come for the snails.
But what more does KFC Silver look out for in environmental sustainability? And what can other growers learn from Sosiani Farm?
Growers need to be digitally registered to be able to transparently upload their inputs, use and waste management.
All the rainwater what falls on the greenhouses, we are channeling it back to our dam. When we need it in the dry season, to pump it back to the greenhouses. We have been able to reduce our synthetic fertilizer by 50%, because we are now doing 50% compost and 50% synthetic fertilizers, which helps us to get also healthier soil. Here we bring all our organic waste together, and we make compost out of it, from carton boxes from charcoal, grass, our Astomia waste from the greenhouses. Everything comes together here, and we turn it into black gold.
Good agricultural practices are crucial in determining whether a farm turns a profit or incurs losses, and floriculture is no exception. Our visit to Florentia Bloom's Farms, located in Nakuru County, reveals fields equipped with drip irrigation, precision planting, effective pest control solutions, among others. To the untrained eye, the farm may seem similar to others, but there are practices and strategies that sets it apart.
The requirements under the Good Agricultural Practices or the Silver Certification Scheme is that you are required to meet every aspect. The challenges that we had was that our soil is a bit sticky. You are not careful, it will form the hard pan. We had to think between improving our soils, which is very key, but then at the same time you are supposed to do the mulch. We decided to process our manure, and it achieved two things. During the dry season, that is when we do our mulching, the same mulch that we had put will now decompose even further and incorporate itself naturally. And we are establishing right now a solar system which will give us 143 kilowatts, which will cover our needs, because then we were able to maximize the free source, that is the solar. We are able to pump as many hours as we want, because now the cost of pumping will be cheaper, because that is 100% greening.
These flower farms are a small representation of what other growers have also been able to achieve. As consumer demands for safe products and traceability grows, aligning with these demands is testament that it is no longer business as usual for all industry players.
Everyone has an opportunity. If you are not able to meet that today, you are given a few days for you to demonstrate your compliance, and if you have found that indeed you have put corrective actions in place, you can be certified. But without doing it, you forget it. We can't do it. because we know that we have an industry we need to take care of, and we have a country that is at stake.
From the Dutch government side, we are very much into promoting sustainability for all produce that we consume. Also, our consumers have higher demands nowadays. So we really try to take that in consideration and try to improve that sustainability when producing the products that we export from Kenya to the Netherlands. And especially when it comes to flowers, a lot of improvements have been made already when it comes to use of water, pesticides, but also social corporate responsibility is one of the important elements that together with KFC, for instance, we try to implement in the sector together with the growers.
As Kenya strives for full compliance with sustainability standards, every stakeholder has a vital role to play. We must remain mindful that the sustainability of Kenya's flower industry is about more than beauty. It's about cultivating a legacy of care for both people and the planet. Together, we can nurture a sustainable future, one flower at a time. Find out more on what you need to comply. Visit the Kenya Flower Council website www.kenyaflowercouncil.org.